This is currently our entrance. The plants are all 1 year old, and so far they're all doing really well. This is our driveway. The roses along the wall there, I'm going to let them merge together, and I'm going to have them drape over the wall to give us some color instead of everything being gray. We're looking north now, and along this edge we have arborvitaes and wax myrtles planted. All except one arborvitae has survived, and all of the wax myrtles are doing really well. They've already doubled in size. As far as what I have planned for this, I want planters in the bark, and I want fruit trees down here closer to us in that giant area. I want 2 apple trees and 2 pear trees there. Continuing to look north, we're going to be replacing the Adirondack chairs with brand new ones that are more robust and durable. Out here in what I call the front lawn, we're struggling to get the grass to be green. It's mostly clover, which I'm completely fine with. 2 of the 3 trees are dead. We're going to have those removed later on this year. And I want to put a feature there in the middle of the yard to kind of break it up so the luxury sites aren't looking at each other when they're out in their spaces. This is the rest of the park. And as you can see in the distance, those are the Olympic Mountains. This is our clubhouse. We've hung hanging flowers between the posts, and there's going to be an American flag flying right over here on this section. We just have to find a more sturdy mount for it. We're on the south side of the clubhouse right now, and this flat area that you can see right there, I'm going to be putting in a vegetable garden there later on. That's going to be a raised garden. I'm going to bring in some good soil, and we're going to do that. In front of it, we're going to put a arched pergola there, and I want to grow Concord grapes there. Up on the steps, I've got all of those sufficiently watered. I'm going to be, I've already added 100 crocuses between everything. They're starting to pop up right now. And we're going to have saffron growing here. So that'll be a fantastic addition to this place as well. This is the south wall. This is site number 1 going down to site number 11 there. You'll see the bank here on the side right there. That has all been seeded with wildflowers, and so come spring we're going to have wildflowers all through there. I also have 2 rows of flowers planted here in the bark, and they're starting to come up now. Hopefully next year, 2027, we're going to have some serious color here instead of just bark. Along this edge right here, I'm going to be putting in a wire fence, and I'm going to be taking blackberry bushes that are down there by those trees, and I'm going to start winding them through that fence. The idea being that people will be able to come and actually pick blackberries. They grow here naturally, and so why not? This is the driveway down into our Vieta Olympic. And on both sides where the rock is, I'm going to be planting California lilacs, and we're going to get some color in here. Also, over here in this little island, I'm working on recovering these trees. They're drought, they've got no water. And so I'm watering them and making sure that they're going to survive. And I'm getting all these plants up to speed as well. I've also planted a bunch of hollyhocks here. And so hopefully we'll start seeing those popping up as soon as well. We'll have additional color. This is our southernmost point. This is our rose garden. I have planted 50 rose plants here. About 44 of them have survived, and they're showing signs of life. Hopefully, they will look a million times better in the following years. I've continued it over on this slope over here. There's 2 over here, one of which did not make it. And then there are 5 on this slope here. You'll also notice that there's a flat area here, and the flat area is going to be filled with probably 5 to 6 rhododendrons. That is a 2027 plan, but right now all it is bark. But there is going to be improvement here. So as you come down the driveway, we have 2 rose bushes here, and we have planted several cedars down this way. Now, it's going to look a lot different here later on, because the entire side of this 10 feet in, we're going to remove those, and we're going to extend these sites out. They want to put grass here. And so this is going to look entirely different in 2027. Continuing on island 1 here, the first island, all of these trees are sprinklered, including the several plants that are down here as well. There's a lot of lavender and several different wildflowers that I planted. And like I said, basically looking directly down, 10 feet in from the left-hand side is going to disappear. We're going to have a small retaining wall here, and it's going to be grass on the left-hand side. I arrived here in March, and none of these sites were paved. Taylor and I worked really hard to get these leveled, and the paving company came in and paved them. This is what I call the second island. The trees have all been planted here as well. All of them but 2 are sprinklered, and we're going to be fixing that very soon. I've also planted wildflowers here as well, and we're going to be planting even more. We have the same thing going on with this island that we have with the other one, and the fact that 10 feet is going to come in. We're going to remove 10 feet of this island, and we're going to be planting grass, and there's going to be a small retaining wall here as well, even though it is flatter. These are our 3 Airbnbs, sites 8, 9, and 10. These are the parking spots for the Airbnb. As you can tell right now, they're being populated by a picnic table and a fire ring because of this ginormous RV that is in this site. But normally they're empty. This is what I call Bottom Island. The dog park is right here, and in the distance you can see the backyard and the playground. This is the playground and the backyard that refuses to grow. I water it almost every day, and this is its state. It's not good. It's going to be years in the making before this gets done because there's just no soil here. But I want to film this to document it so everyone can see what it looks like now. Jeff and I were talking about putting a sandbox back here because we have little piles here of potting soil and bark, and we're like, well, kids play in these things. Maybe we should do something in that space once we're done with this. So that's one thing we're thinking about. Now I'm looking south, and this is the backyard, the bottom island, as I call it. And I want to put planters all through this area. I'm not allowed to plant anything here, but I can have planters on top of this. And I want flowers all through this to give it some color. I really want to give this place some color. And hopefully we'll be able to make that a reality. This is our retention pond, and it is drying up quickly. I don't know if it's going to make it the entire summer, but we can wait and see. The playground is right over there. We've also had a second dumpster put down here. You can't see it from this angle, but there are 2 here, and we've been filling them up. So it's something that's necessary. Along this edge, I have planted flowers. These are bulbs, and so we're going to be getting them year after year once they get established. And I'm going to come across real quick. There are plants along that edge as well. You'll notice that we have the fence mostly completed. Part of it is stained, part of it is not at this point. The gates have been built, but they're not closed on the other side. And hopefully we'll have more of these structures covering other parts of our septic system soon. This is our AI store. It has been a long time coming. It's been a struggle to get it to where it is right now, but it is operational. Okay, we're inside the AI store. I'm doing this by hand, so it's probably going to be a little shaky. We have 2 different racks of chips here, little bits and pieces over there, including hiking poles. Over here, we have a freezer full of ice cream, different things, pizzas. We have a giant thing here full of pop and all sorts of other drinks. And we have another fridge over here that has stuff for like breakfast. And it's really cool. We have shirts up here, candy, gotta have it, and merch. And we've got more shirts on order because we've already sold out. Over here, this is camping stuff that we need to supply because people forget to bring stuff like leveling blocks, septic lines, power cords, all sorts of stuff that people forget. It's amazing what they forget. And even surge protectors up on top. So this is the AI store as it exists on the 9th of July, 2026. Now we're inside the shop. We have moved the firewood storage here. There was a row of firewood on this side as well. So we had 2 rows. That's selling off pretty quick. These are our Hemingway electric bikes, pedal assist bikes. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big fan of the white ones. The green ones that are down there at the end, those are my favorite. I just like the ride of them better. I like the way the computer is better. And they seem to be more reliable. Not only that, but the smaller women, the smaller people, they can ride those where they can't get on the white ones. We've got a bunch of big plastic boxes and everything back there. That wood right there, we're going to repurpose that. I have yet to figure out what we're going to do, maybe for the sandbox. This giant box is a metal box that was supposed to be for the AI store, but it was the wrong size or something. And so we've got to send that back. Over in the corner, way over there, we have the ice maker. And so we have ice anytime we want it. We have 2 small shelves right there, those 2, that have like screws and bits and pieces, little things. We have a little giant knockoff ladder. It is not a little giant, it's right there. That does a decent job, but it's rickety. It's not very it's not very sturdy at all. I'm going to move the tripod here. Over here, we have the extra drinks for the AI store because I go in there and restock it every day, making sure that we have everything topped off. These are extra site number posts and like spare hoses and stuff like that for the AI store as well. Over here are 2 bikes that are DIA, or KIA actually, killed in action. The chain's bent, so we got to get those replaced. These are the tools that I use to make the park the way it is. And we have spare power cords over there. Out here is the golf cart and with the tools that I use every day. So now you've seen inside the shop. This is the shower building, restroom area. We have 2 signs up there. The first one says no dogs allowed because people were taking dogs into the bathroom. And the restroom has all the different character symbols, including a Sasquatch, which is absolutely hilarious. It says, whatever, just wash your hands, please. And over here, this land is all DOT land, and so we can't do anything with it. But I'm going to make a dog trail over there in the fall, winter time frame. This is the outside dog washing station, and it's all stainless steel. It's got hot water. It's quite the little operation if you have a dog, and that way they don't have to go into the showers anymore. They can come out here and you can wash them at an elevated level so you're not bent over, messing up your back. It's quite a cool little setup. I mentioned a dog trail in another clip. That trail is going to go through these woods as well. This land is owned by DOT, and they're not using it for anything. I don't see them using it for anything. And so it's not going to hurt anybody to have a trail put through there. Got large western red cedars, got amazing Douglas firs, and we even have my favorite trees, the madronas. They're just incredible looking trees. This is our front yard. This has been just a struggle getting this thing to grow at all. This is sprinklered. You wouldn't know it, but it is. And mostly the clover is what grows here, but even that is struggling. So I really don't know what to do other than just drown it. And I really don't want to do that at this time. These two trees are trees that were here when they started with the property, and they're both dead. They're going to be taken down. But anyway, this is the front lawn and its current state as it exists right now. Here we are inside the clubhouse. That's the front door. And if you come over here, this is Jeff's office. And this wall was all built just a few months ago. And so Jeff can be in there on calls and not have to hear the TVs. The TVs aren't on right now, but they can be, and they get really loud. And so I'm going to freehand this. So you've got couches here. There's a bunch of games over there for the kids. This is the seating area. And we have a bunch of brochures over there for the various different things. There in the corner is where UPS and mail gets dropped off for the guests while they're here. Over here is a little kitchen area. I wish it had an oven, but it doesn't. And so a second TV. Now, I apologize in advance for the bounciness. I can't walk without it. We also have restrooms over here. These are showers as well. And so I'll go ahead and turn this one on. I think it should turn on automatically. But these are really nice. And so you've got all tile and really, really big showers. You can get wheelchairs in here just fine. And there's me in my work uniform. And so you've got the sink. Everything else completely wheelchair accessible. So that is the clubhouse. Last but not least is the laundry room. It's on the back side of the clubhouse. We have 4 Maytag commercial washers. They are change operated, but you can also use a telephone with an app to pay as well. Little bench over there for table over there for folding clothes. These are the dryers. Once again, Maytag commercials. And there is a little rack here for hanging up button-down shirts. So that is the entire operation. I refuse to leave this video with a laundry room, so I'm going to film back here. This is the back of the clubhouse, and I have ferns growing all the way back, and they are sprinklered as well. So I hope you enjoyed your review of the clubhouse, of RV at Olympic, its different bits and pieces, and I hope this will inspire you to come see us, because it really is a great place. And I look forward to seeing what this place looks like in the years to come.